only hacker rank problems, and as from tomorrow onwards we are going to discuss about strings and all these things. And in the what is the next concept? The next concept is conditional statements and loops. Conditional statements and loops. I am going to click on that conditional statements and loops, and I am going to click on solved. How many problems are there for this category? There are 5 problems. Okay, I am going to click on the first one. Conditional statements in C. If and else, some syntax is there. Our task is given a positive integer denoting n, do the following. If the n is 1 is less than equal to n and n is less than equal to 9, print the lowercase English word corresponding to the number. For example, 1, I am going to print 1 here. For example, 2 for 2, like that. For example, if n is greater than 9, we have to print greater than 9. That's it. For example, then we have to print, for example, n is 5, we have to print 5. If it is 8, we have to print 8. If it is 44, that means greater than 9, means up to from 10 onwards we have to print as greater than 9. That's it, nothing else. Very simple. Coming to the code, just look at here. Here it is, this one. We can write, for example, n is already there here. N is already there. For example, I am going to check here is what is n value. I am going to print here what is n value. That's it. For example, run code. Yes, if the input is 5, the output is also 5. But I want 5 as the output. English words. Here I am going to write one condition. That's it. What is that? If n is greater than 9, if n is greater than 9, what I have to print? I have to print greater than 9. That's it, right? Printf greater than 9. Else, that means if it is less than 9, if it is less than or equal to 9, if it is less than or equal to 9 means we have to write if n is equal to 1, n is equal to 1, I am going to print the, what is the program name? The program name is conditional statements. That means we have to write the conditions, number of conditions. That's it. I am going to print here ONE1. If n is equal to 2, I am going to print 2. If n is equal to 3, I am going to print 3. N is equal to 4, I am going to print 4. If n is equal to 5, going to be 5 like this. N is equal to 6, n is equal to 7. I have to write all these things. n is equal to 8. N is equal to 9. 9. For example, I'm going to run the code now. Just look at here. All the sample cases, all the sample test cases are true here. If I'm going to click on the submit, all the cases are passed here. All the cases are passed. Okay, that's it. Very simple. If n is greater than 9, I am going to print it is a greater than 9. Else, in the else statement, I am going to print here. For 1, I am going to print 1. For 2, 3, up to 9, I am going to write here like this. That's it. Just look at here. How many points? 5 more points to get the next star. My points are 45. Total points for the second star is 50. Now I am moving into the next one. That is for loop in C. For loop in C. What is the question? We have to read. Is the syntax and everything here. For each integer n in the interval a and b as given. If one is going to be like this, is for loop. The same question I think. For 1 it is going to be 1, for 2 it is going to be 2, and so on. If n is greater than 9, we have to, and it is an even number, then we have to print even. Okay, else if n is greater than 9 and it is an odd number, then we have to print odd. Okay, for example, if n is 1, we have to print it is a 1. The same question in the previous like previous question. But if n is greater than 9, we have to print even number if the number is even. For example, n is 10. 10 is greater than 9, but it is an even number. We have to print it as an even. 11 is greater than 9, but it is an odd number. We have to print it as an odd. If the number is less than 9, we have to print it as in English numbers. Okay. But the inputs are 2 inputs here. What is the 2 inputs? Here, the 2 inputs are A and B. That means A and B means 8 and 11. We have to start at 8 and we have to end at 11. What is n here? N is not a value. N is starting at 8 and ending at 11. That's why it is for each integer n, the interval is A and B. What is n here? N is starting at A and it is going to traverse up to B here. That is the program. Okay. Now I'm going back to the last question again. I'm going to take this code. I want, for example, I want this code also. That's why I'm going to take this code. What I write in previously, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it. What I write in this, yes, this is I want, right? If n is greater than 9, I want to print here. I want to check here, is it even or odd? If it is less than 9, I'm going to print this one. That's why I'm going to save this one. Now I'm moving into the for loop question. Yes, is the question is clear? I think everyone. I am going to start at, for example, my value, n value is 8 here. My n value is 8. First of all, is 8 is less than 9? Yes, that's why I'm going to print it as 8. Then n becomes 9. Is 9 is less than 9? Is n is less than or equal to 9? I'm going to check is less than or equal to 9. Yes. Then I'm going to print it as a 9. Then 10. Is 10 is less than 9? No. Is it even? Yes. I am going to print even. Then 11. 11 is greater than 9, but it is an odd number. That's why I am going to print it as a odd. That's it. Now moving into this question. Now I am going to take one more letter, that is N here. Okay. I am going to start a loop here. N is equal to, I am going to start at A. I am going to stop at B. That's it. Is it clear, everyone? For example, I am going to print here what is N value. What is N value? I am going to write here. For example, I am going to run this code. For example, if 8 and 11 is there, the output is 8, 9, 10 and 11. For example, I am going to give some custom input here, 10 and 20. I am going to run the code. Just look at here. If it is 10 and 20, the output is 10, 20, 10, 10, 11, 12 up to 20. Like this. Yes. Now, I am going to write the code here. What code I am going to write? This is my code. I am going to copy it. Same as previous question. Same as previous question. Okay. Same as previous question. If n is less than 9, then we have to print like this. But here I am going to write, now I am going to write here, if n is greater than 9, if n is greater than 9, what we have to do? We have to check, is it even or odd? Is it even or odd? If it is even, I am going to print it as a even. Else, I am going to print it as a odd. That's it. That is the small change here. If n is greater than 9, I am going to print, I am going to check is it even or odd. If it is even, I am going to print even. If it is odd, I am going to print an odd. If it is less than 9, I am going to print the number like this. Now I am going to run the code. Just a minute. I am going to remove that sample test code. Just look at here. The output is wrong here. Why the output is wrong? I want the output in a different line, but I am going to print in the same line. That is the error here. That is the simple error. Then I am going to maintain every time. I am going to print anything. I am going to print /n. That's it. Just look at here. 8, 9 and even on. I am not writing for /n for all the values. I am going to print the /n for every iteration I am writing here. For every iteration I am printing here /n. Then I am going to click on submit code. All the test cases are going to be passed here. And I am going to get the second star. Okay. Just share this into the LinkedIn and Facebook profile. Okay. Just click on the LinkedIn and you have to share to your friends. You got some 2-star in HackerRank. If you click on continue, you will not share here. Okay, just I am going to click on the continue. Just look at here. Now my points are 55. Total points for 3-star is going to be 100. That means I am going to get 45 more points to get the next star. Okay. And the next question. What is the next question? Sum of digits of a given number. How many points for this one? The points for this one is 15 points. Okay, 15 points for this question. The modulo operator, for example, sum of the digits, right? That means 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 5 is going to be 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. That's it. Very simple. We are going to add each and every digit, sum of each and every digit in a number. That's it. Nothing else. The number is ranging from 10,000 to 99,000 like this. The number is in between these two numbers, not a small number here. This is the constraint. We have to observe every time the constraint here. Based on this constraint only we have to write the code. Okay. Now I am going to write. Now I am going to just printing the number. That's it. Nothing else. I am going to print the number. Is the number is printing working? Printing or not? First of all. Yes. The number is reading here. The number is printing here. For example, I am going to execute. This is the final number, right? This is the final number. Is it printing? Yes, it is printing. That means no problem for this. Now I am going to declare one more variable, that is int sum is equal to 0. I think we already discussed about this program, right? Sum of the digits. Sum of the digits, reverse of a number like this. Sum n. Here I want some REV value also, some R, that's it. R means I am going to maintain the remainder. R is equal to n mod 10, n is equal to n by 10, and I am going to maintain sum is equal to sum plus R. What is R here? For example, the number is 10564. The number is 564. For the first iteration, what is R value? R value is 4. Then n becomes 1056. Then I am going to add here, what is sum value initially? Initially sum value is 0. 0 plus 4 is going to be 4 here. Then again it is rotating the loop, and R becomes 6 and n becomes 105. Now 4 plus 6, it becomes 10 here. Then again it is repeating, the remainder is 5 and it is going to be 10. Then 10 plus 5, it becomes 15. Then R becomes 0 here. Then n becomes 1. 15 plus 0 is equal to 15 again. Then R becomes 1, n becomes 0. Then 15 plus 1 is equal to 16. What is n value now? N value is 0. Then it is terminating the loop and coming outside, and I am going to print here %d comma sum. That's it. Now I am going to run the code. Just look at here, it is going to be 16. Now I am going to submit the code. All the test cases are going to be passed here. Now I got 15 points. That means my total points is going to be 70. 30 more points to get the third star. Going to the next challenge here. Next challenge. Bitwise operators. How many bitwise operators are there? What are the bitwise operators?
Bitwise or bitwise not, bitwise XOR.
Bitwise or, bitwise and, bitwise XOR,
Bitwise not.
bitwise not, and right shift operator and left shift operator. Okay, these are the bitwise operators in any programming language, not only C, any programming language. Based on this one, we have to do something, and we have to read the question first of all. In this challenge, you have to use logical bitwise operators. All data is stored in its binary representation. The logical operators in C, use 1 to represent true, 0 for false. Okay, bitwise AND operator. How the bitwise AND and bitwise OR operator is going to be working here, and bitwise XOR. For example, if 3 and 5 is there, how we are going to, what is bitwise AND operation for 3 and 5, XOR and OR and XOR operation. The question is basically focusing on bitwise AND, XOR and OR, these three operations only, I think. Okay, now the task is this one. You will be given an integer n and a threshold k. For each number 1 through n, find the maximum value of logical AND, OR and XOR when we compare. The question is not clear. Integers through n is greater than, consider, why it is looking like this, print the results at the end. OR and exclusive OR comparisons to separate the lines in the order. For example, n is equal to 3, k is equal to 3. The results of the comparisons are n is equal to 3 is this one, k is equal to 3. The results, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2. Then a is equal to 1, b is equal to 3. Okay, how it is going to be work? For example, n is equal to 1, n is equal to 3 it is going to be, but here we are considering two values, that is a and b. How we are going to consider? A value is 1, b value is 2, then a value is 1, b value is 3, then 2 and 3 here. Okay, is there any mentions here? The question is not clear here. Through n. Okay, from these lines I am going to, from this explanation also I got some information. Complete the calculation here. N is the highest number to consider. N is the highest number to consider. K is the result of comparison must be lower than, and this number must be considered. Okay, I will show you how it takes. For example, n is equal to 3. We have to consider how many values are there? 1, 2 and 3, for example. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. If n is 3, if n is 5, this is going to be like this. Okay, for example, I am going to treat it as a sum 5. N is equal to 5. We have to consider these numbers like this: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now a and b. What is a and b? A is 1, b is 2. Okay, for the first iteration, a is 1, b is 2. And the next iteration, a is 1, b is 3, a1, b4, a1, b5. Okay, this is the first iteration. If a value is 1, we have to consider all the operations with the remaining numbers. Now a value becomes 2 here. A value becomes 2. For example, we are going to start at 1, 2, 3, 4. No need of 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Because here I already considered 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are 2 and 1 are same, right? That's why we are not considering again 2 and 1. I am going to consider from here. Here I am going to consider now. That means a value is 2, b value is 3. Then a value is 2, b value is 4, 2 and 5. Okay. Then a value is 3. I am going to take b value as 4, 3 and 5. Then next 4 and 5. That's it. This is the unique operations when we are taken as n is equal to 5. Then we have to consider what is AND value, what is OR value, and what is XOR value. Okay, we have to consider what is the AND value for this one and this one up to here, and what is OR value and what is XOR value also. But we have to print the maximum AND, the maximum OR, the maximum XOR value. But the values must be less than k. The values must be less than k. For example, what is the k value here? For example, k value is 3, 1 and 2, the output is this one. This is AND value, this is OR value, and this is XOR value. Okay? And 1 and 3, this is AND value, this is OR value, this is XOR value. For XOR operation, this is for 2 and 3, it is AND or XOR. But the value of k is 3. This is the AND value, right? This is AND values 0, 1 and 2. What is the maximum value in this 0, 1 and 2? That is 2. Is it less than k or not? Is it less than k or not? Yes, it is less than k. Then 2 is the output here. Then consider here OR. Then consider OR here. What is the maximum value? The maximum value is 3. Maximum value is 3, but 3 is not less than k, right? That's why it is going to be print 0. There is no other number. There is no other number less than 3 in this case. That's why we are going to print 0 here. Look at XOR gate, it will be clear for you. What is the maximum value here? Maximum value is 3, but it is not less than k. What is the next value? The next value is 3. The next value is 2, which is less than k. That's why the output is 2 here. Okay? Is it clear, everyone? Just look at here. 5 and 4, the previous example, like this. This is 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 5. Then 2 3, 2 4, 2 5, 3 4, 3 5, and 4 5. This is the AND operation. This is the OR operation. And this is the XOR operation. The k value is 4 here. The k value is 4. Just look at here. What is the maximum value which is less than k? Just students, what is the maximum value which is less than k? Students,
2.
only 2, right? Here, just look at. So 2 is printed. In XOR operation, in OR operation, what is the maximum value which is less than k? The maximum value is 7 and 5 and 6 also, but which is less than k is 3. Maximum value and less than k, that is going to be 3. That's why 3 is going to be printed. In this case also, the maximum value which is less than k is 3. That's why it is going to be print 2 3 3. Okay? Is the question is clear, everyone? Is the question is clear?
Yes, sir.
Now moving into coding part here. This is using some functions. Don't delete all the code and just don't write. Just work on that code only. Here it is passing n and k. First of all, I am going to check is the values are working or not. N comma k. Every time we have to print is the input values are coming here or not. N and k. Yes. 5 and 4 is the input. I am printing that 5 and 4. That's it. Nothing else. There is no problem with the input. Now I am going to take some 3 values. That is int maximum, some max and is equal to 0, and max or is equal to 0, and max XOR is equal to 0. Okay, I am going to take 3 values. What is the maximum value, right? What is the maximum value which is less than k? I want to print in finally these 3 values only, right? These 3 values I am going to print. /n %d I am going to print every time in the /n. Why? Because I am going to print here. Just look at here. All the result values are printed in the different lines. That's why I am writing here in the different lines. Max and max or and max XOR. I am going to print the results. For example, if I am going to print this one, just look at here, it is going to be print in the different lines. The values are 0, 0, 0 like this. But I want the result here. Now I am going to do some operation. Why I am printing here? The function is not returning any value. Just look at the function definition, void. Void means there is no function. This is the function call. Just look at, this is the function call. The function call, what is the function name? Calculate the maximum n comma k. There is no return type here. We are passing two arguments, two are integers. Okay, we have to consider everything. Now, what is the logic behind this? I am going to start, first of all, what is my point here? I am going to print these values. First of all, my task is going to generate this series. If a is 1, I am going to print 1 2, 1 3, 1 4 and 1 5. If a is 2, 2 3, 2 4, 2 5. Like this I am going to generate first of all. If I am success at this position, then I am going to do for the next task in the code. For example, I am going to take some I also, I comma j. For iterations, I am going to take some I value is equal to 1, I less than equal to n, I plus plus. Okay, now I am going to write here for j is equal to, now I am going to tell that if I value is 1, what is j value? J value is going to be I plus 1 here. Okay, I value becomes, j value becomes I plus 1, then it is going to be 2. Then I am going to up to the last value. Then j is less than equal to n. Then j plus plus. J is less than equal to n and j plus plus. Just now I am going to print is the values are printing perfectly or not. Percentage d space percentage d comma I comma j. I am going to maintain some new line every time. I am going to execute it. Just look at here, 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5. After 1 5 it is going to be 2 3 2 4 2 5. Then 3 4 3 5. Then 4 5. Like this. These are the values, right? For example, if it is 3 is the input, I am going to run the code. Just look at here, 1 2 1 3, then 2 3. Okay, this is my task here. This is my first task. This is my first step here. Now I am going to compare, I am going to consider AND value, OR value and XOR value, and I am going to put in the maximum AND which is less than k, then only I want to put it. I am going to find some XOR value here. What is X AND value? First of all, I am going to take some AND value here. I am going to take some A is equal to, I am going to take one more variable, that is A for this one, R for O, XOR for X. I am going to take three values, AND, OR and XOR. I am going to find this one and O to R value, and then XOR is equal to, is the cap symbol, right? I am going to find the values. I am going to find the AND value, OR value and XOR value of this one. If I want to print these values, just I am going to print the values. Percentage D space percentage D and percentage D and slash N. I am going to print A comma O comma X. For example, I am going to execute it. Just look at here. 0. Just look at this is the output, right? 0 3 3. For the first time 1 and 2 0 3 3. Just look at the output 0 3 3. 3 1 2 1 1 3 2 1 3 2 1 3 2. Then next one is 0 5 5 0 5 5. Just look at here. These are the values. These are the XOR values. For example, if you want again percentage D, I am going to write like this. For example, I comma J. I am going to execute it. Just look at here. If the A value is 1 and 2, this is OR, this is AND, OR and XOR. Yes, this is the output, right? But from this one, I am going to find what is the maximum value. What is the maximum value? First of all, I am going to find what is the maximum value of this one. What is the maximum value of this one? I am take here max and. If I am writing here, if max and is less than, for example, if it is less than A, if it is less than A, I am going to find max and is equal to A. That's it. Again, I am going to write if max or is less than or max or is equal to O. If max XOR is less than X, I think X, right? If it is X, then I am going to write max XOR is equal to X. Now I am going to print the result. Now I am going to print the result. Just look at here, the values are 477, but the values are 233. What is missing here? Yes, it is the maximum value, no doubt about that. These are the maximum values, but I want which is less than K. I want which is less than K. That is missing here. Only one step is required. I find the maximum values. I find here the maximum values, but I want here which is less than K. I am going to write and if A is less than K, I am going to write here, I am going to write O is less than K. And here also I am writing and X is less than K. I am going to write here. Then only I am going to consider it. Just look at here. Is it true or not now? Yes. Very simply I am going to write here. If A is less than K, yes, it is maximum, but it is less than K. Yes, O is greater than or, but it is less than K. Here also like that. Then I am going to click on submit. All the test cases are going to be clear here. How many points I got? I got 15 points now. The total points going to be 85. 85, 15 more points to get the next star. 15 more points to get the next star. Is it clear, everyone? Bitwise operators question?
Yes, sir.
Then the next question, printing the loop. Printing the pattern using loops. How many points it is? It is going to be 30 points. I want only 15 points. Yes, no need of this one. That means if I cleared this one, I got 3 star. Okay. it is going to be print like this. For example, if it is 2, it is going to be print like this. If it is 5, this is going to be like this. Just look at here. If it is 5, what it is going to be print? How many rows and how many columns it is going to be print? How many lines here? How many lines? How many lines here? Just I'm checking that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That means if it is 5, it is 9 columns and how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here also 9 and here also 9. For example, if it is 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If it is 7, it is going to be 13. If it is 5, it is going to be 9. If it is 2, it is 3 and 3. That means if it is 5, it is going to be 9. If it is 7, it is going to be 13. That means 5 into 2. 5 into 2 is equal to 10. 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. Same 7 into 2 is equal to 14 minus 1 is equal to 13. Like this 2 into 2 minus 1 is equal to 3 here. Yes, that means I am going to repeat the loop. First of all, I am going to repeat the loop like this. Based on this number, I am going to repeat a loop by these values. Now I am going to here some maximum value. Okay, I think I already done this code. I think code is already here. I'm going to delete it. Okay, in what way I'm going to consider? Just look at here. If n is 5, I am going to repeat it for 9 times. If it is 5, I am going to repeat it for 9 times. 9 times means how I am going to repeat it for 9 times. Just look at. I am going to take some I is equal to not 5 here, not 1. For example, I am going to write like this. Less than equal to n. How many times it is going to be repeat? It is going to be repeat only 5 times, right? It is going to be repeat only 5 times. For example, I am going to write here minus n. That means minus 5. I am going to start at minus 5 to like this. Minus 5 to 5. The same thing I am going to implement here. For I is equal to minus n, I less than n, I plus plus. I am going to print here percentage d comma I value I am going to print. Just I am going to execute it. If it is 5, it is how many times it is going to be repeat? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. But I want here how many times I am going to print? N plus 1 I am going to print. I want to decrement one thing. Yes, that's why 1 time, 3 times. For example, if it is 5, I am going to execute it again. Just look at, I am going to start at minus 4 and I am going to stop at 5 here, 4 here. How many times it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why I miscalculate here? There is a 0, right? That's why I am going to start at my n minus 1 minus n plus 1. That means minus 4. I am going to repeat it for 9 times. This is the loop for 9 times I am going to repeat. How many rows I am going to repeat here also? For everything I am going to repeat it for again for the same thing, right? Again for the same 9 times. I am going to take some j is equal to same thing n minus plus 1 and j is less than n j plus plus. I am going to repeat the same thing. It is d comma I it is d. Sorry, I'm going to print some slash n. That's it, nothing else. Just look at here. Just look at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, right? 9 rows and 9 columns. This loop is perfectly working. The values are not true, right? The values are not true. The values are not true here. It is working. For example, if I am going to check here, if it is 7, if I am going to run it, it is going to be running for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is going to be 13 and this is going to be 13. No doubt about that, right? And it is working. The loop is perfectly working. The loop is perfectly working for 2 also, 3 by 3. But I want the output here. But what I want output here, for example, I am going to for example, instead of negative values, it is printing. I am going to print some ABS, absolute value. Either it is positive value or negative value. It is going to be print only the positive value. Okay, this one. But I want I'm going to print what is the absolute value of j. Also, I am going to print here ABS of j. ABS of j also I am going to print. Yes, not like this. Let's look at here. This is I and j value. This is I and j, I and j, I and j. Everything is okay. But I'm going to check it for 5. It will be more clear, I think. 5 and run the code. Just look at the code. This is the output. This is the output. 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, like this. Just look at here every time. But I want here, instead of 4, 4, instead of I and j value, what value I want? Instead of 4, 4, I want here 5. Yes, I want 5 here. Here also, instead of 4, 4, 4, 3, I want 5. 4, 2, I want 5. 5, 5, 5, 5. This is also 5. This is also 5. Just look at here. If it is 5, just look at in this border, every number I and j, any number is 4. Just look at here. Here also, this is also the output is 5. Just the border is going to be 5, right? The border is going to be 5. Just look at this output also. In every I and j, any value is 4. Just look at here. Here also 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 4, 0, 4, 1, 4, like this. Sometimes I is bigger, sometimes j is bigger. But I want the maximum value here. I want the maximum value. And maximum value plus 1. Why? Because what is the maximum value of 4 and 3 here? 4 and 3, the maximum value is 4 and plus 1 is 5. Just look at here. Just look at here. 3 and 1. What is the maximum value? Maximum value is 3 and I want 4 there. That means plus 1. Okay. Now I am going to write the maximum value. I am writing here some maximum function. That's it. Nothing else. I am writing in the third party function here. What is the maximum value? I am passing here max of function. These two values into maximum value function. I am going to print only one thing here if I am going to execute it. Just look at here. Instead of I am going to give some space, then it will be clear. I am going to write the maximum functionality. What is the maximum value of A and B? If A is greater than B, I am going to return A. Else it is going to be written B. That's it. Simple thing. Maximum of two values. If I am going to execute it, the output is going to be like this: 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 3 3 3 3. But instead of 4 4 4 values, I want a 5 value, right? Then simply I am going to write here plus 1. That's it. If I am going to run it, just look at now. That's it, same, right? I am going to click on run code now. Is the output is working or not for all the sample test cases? Yes, it is working. Now I am going to click on submit the code. Yes, all the test cases are going to be passed, and I got a 3-star here. I got a 3-star. I got a 3-star now. If you want to view your profile, and it is going to be changed like this with a 3-star badge here. Okay, you can share into the LinkedIn. Okay, everyone.